Alright, hello Guild Wars 2 gamers. Today is Tuesday, June 24th, and a long-awaited patch has just been released. This patch is twofold. There were some patch notes that we talked about some time ago. I don't recall exactly which video, with a whole bunch of changes coming out. Lots of them, lots of changes. It was more like the necromancers can use staff as a better like healing tool, and they're going to be like heal-a-lack vindicator, like a whole bunch of stuff. There is a link in these patch notes to those old notes. Everything else that we talk about is changes they've added or removed since those previous preview notes were released. Words are hard. Okay, so all that said, note your add-ons might break. My arc DPS is still up, so the most breakable add-on is still there. I don't know if any of yours will. General, fixed an issue that prevented the AFK timer from kicking players in some cases. Fixed an issue that caused the public API to return incorrect inventory information. Open world changes. All right, we got a lot of issues getting fixed here. Okay, General. Fixed an issue that caused the Janthier Cartographer achievement to be awarded incorrectly. Fixed an issue that allowed possessed ward workers to be killed after the collect evidence of Cryptus infiltration event had already been completed. Adjusted the location of a greater arcane chest in Skywatch Archipelago to prevent issues with the environment. Fixed an issue that prevented players from interacting with the crumbling wall in Plains of Ashford. Fixed an issue that caused an Asura gate name in the Black Citadel to be displayed incorrectly. Fixed an issue that caused a greater arcane chest to spawn sideways in the Great Debate Hall in Amenitas. Fixed an issue that caused Ponponi Shiny Teeth to display the wrong icon during Help Gork Thundermaker defeat Ponponi event. Fixed an issue preventing Rendak the Crazed from displaying an icon during defeat Rendak the Crazed. Fixed an issue that prevented the objective from being displayed correctly during Help Rupek and Porgar deliver water to the village event. Fixed an issue that prevented Titan spawn from spawning correctly during subsequent cycles of Help Kyung complete her ritual by consoling spirits, finding lost Mursat mementos, and driving away Titan spawn event. That one's in Bavanisos. I have done that, and yeah, I never saw any Titan spawn. I've maybe done that one 3 times. And yeah, I always was just consoling spirits and finding lost mementos, so maybe these were just not showing up. Fixed an issue that prevented markers from being displayed correctly during Help Kyung complete the ritual by consoling spirits, blah, 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 same event. Fixed an issue that prevented Titan spawn from dynamically scaling during the same event. Fixed an issue that caused several creatures in Janthier Wild's content to be invisible at the beginning of their unlurk and lurk animations. Fixed an issue that prevented the boss camera from applying correctly during Defeat Lextalion the Merciless event. I believe the boss camera is when it zooms out a bit and you get a larger view of the playing field that is used frequently in various raid bosses and meta events. Fixed an issue that caused the broadcast region for Assault the South Lung event to be too small. Fixed an issue that could cause players to become stuck inside the terrain during the Find the Ward members inside the Mirror Network and return their findings to Alia event. Dude, I hate this. I did this event once, and I'm never doing it again unless they drastically speed up the animation of the mirrors. This is just a personal thing. It's not broken or bugged, except for this thing that they just fixed. It's just moving through the mirrors is so slow. It takes so long. Fixed an issue that prevented players from simultaneously interacting with Mursat mirrors in Mistburn Barrens and Bavanisos. Fixed an animation issue that could occur if the player was transformed while interacting with mirrors. Fixed an issue that caused players in certain Bavanisos events to inadvertently scale another event. I'm just imagining, like, Yo Mama's so fat, she's at the North Lung and the South Lung's getting tougher. Like, we could have a whole line of insults built around that. No, change it back. Damn it, where was I? I lost my spot. Fixed an issue that prevented destroy Jade constructs, Titan spawn, and other Mursat defenses event from properly displaying a marker at the start. Yo, hold on, I'm still thinking of Yo Mama jokes. I'm remembering this stuck with me. I heard this insult 15 years ago in World of Warcraft, and it burned into my mind. And it was someone in map chat said, Yo Mama's so fat, she made a new character and got the World Explorer achievement. There, all right, I had to tell you that. Just do what you will with that. All right, fixed an issue that prevented the siege turtle unlurking effect from playing correctly during destroy the membrane using siege damage from your turtle or sky scale by pulling down debris with your Warclaw chain events. Fixed an issue that prevented the necrofungal macrophage from properly leashing. The necrofungal macrophage will no longer attempt to attack players outside of melee range with melee skills. Fixed an issue that caused voice lines announcing Titan leukocyte appearances to play too frequently during the final stages of Baba Niso's meta event. Fixed an issue that caused optional dialogue to overlap when speaking with Livia, Ludo, and Binkt after the Baba Niso's meta event succeeded. I did witness this once. I stuck around to see the lore, and they were all like, blah, 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 just talking over each other. Fixed an issue that allowed the ghostly sacrifice to be killed after the Defend the Captive Code and Sacrifice event succeeded. Added messaging to clarify that players can use the Hatchery Envoy NPCs to mount their Siege Turtle in combat during the Baba Niso's meta event. Fixed an issue that prevented a wall in the Flame Temple tombs in Diessa Plateau from opening properly. Fixed an issue with the Help Kennel Master War Snout track the Separatist Renowned Heart in the Iron Marches that could cause players to become stuck inside cage objects. Added a timed telegraph to Lextalion's Merciless Ghastly Rampage Shadow Step during the Defeat Lextalion the Merciless event. I'm guessing that is when he teleports away and starts like punching the ground and it makes like the black shockwave that comes out from him, judging by the name. Players should no longer be targeted twice in a row by Lextalion the Merciless Ghastly Rampage skill. Lextal the Merciless will now shadow step back to the arena if drawn too far away. Haven't witnessed that one yet. Fixed an issue that prevented players from getting ejected from respawning debris objects during the Baba Nisos meta event. Fixed an issue that could cause Counselor Ludo to interrupt other dialogue following successful Baba Nisos meta event. Updated the messaging for Assault the Titanic Heart event during Baba Nisos meta event to more accurately represent the size of the event. Fixed an issue that caused the Destroy the Membrane using siege damage from your turtle or sky scale, or by pulling down debris with your Warclaw chain events in the Baba Nisos meta to occasionally display wrong markers. Fixed an issue that caused the wrong UI messaging to appear when destroying an organ in the Baba Nisos meta. Fixed an issue that could cause 2 Scepters of Ore to appear if the player left the area while defending Livia during the Baba Nisos meta event. That's the big twist, chat. She gave one away. She kept one more. She has a spare. Gee, Billy, your mom lets you have 2 Scepters of Ore? Players should now be able to reach the major Coden cache located in the old Hut Mint site in Janther Century. Fixed an issue that caused rotting fish heads to maintain their collision after being destroyed during Destroy the Pollutants and Cover Yourself in Rot and Get Examined by the Ward event. I gotta say, this event really makes me wonder if the Ward are actually trained in science or if they're just winging it. Like, we could just go get a sample in a bottle, but they want us to roll around in it and they wanted to just like peel it off of us and then sample it. Fixed an issue that caused fish dressing stations to incorrectly display an error during quickly prepare the fish before they rot in lowland shore. I have seen this happen many times. It's very confusing. I'm like, wait, did I do it out of order? No, you didn't. Fixed health point scaling for Titan, Hemalymph, and Titanic macrophages guarding vascular nodules. In the Baba Nisos meta event, these enemies should now be tougher. Item changes. Updated text on items used to unlock gathering nodes for the home instance to clarify that they also unlock the node in homesteads. Updated the text notifications for the World Boss Portal device to differentiate between alerts for Of Myths and Monsters, Convergence Outer Neos, and Convergence Mount Valrior. Fixed an issue that could cause the Wizard's Portal Tome to send players to the Wizard's Tower instead of the Mist Vault. Yes. So the Portal Tome just came out recently, and that was a bug that I witnessed as well. Rewards. Fixed an issue preventing the Bog Queen combat tonic animations from playing properly. Now you can all correctly turn into Bog Queens. The hidden reward Visage of the Mist is now visible in the hero panel. Fixed an issue that prevented the Potted Bamboo homestead decoration from being selected or placed. Fixed an issue that prevented the Portrait of Caudicus homestead decoration from appearing in the decoration palette after being crafted. Wait, okay, who wants a Portrait of Caudicus in their home? Come on. Fixed an issue that prevented the purchase of sweet treated pine planks or neutralized titan alloy from a renowned heart vendor from progressing the legendary weapon Club Journey Gear Gifts. Me? No, you don't, Bananas. Fixed an issue that prevented many Journey kits from animating properly when following the player. Fixed an issue that caused the Endless Warclaw Kitten Tonic to be priced incorrectly. Fixed an issue that caused several weapons to be rotated incorrectly in the weapon display case homestead decoration. Fixed an issue that prevented the Star of Gratitude from progressing the Gobblers and Exchanges Collector's Achievement when players who completed for the Children event visited Lion's Arch. I had a lot of people ask me about that after I made the Gobbler guide. Also, just to get ahead of some of it, if you were working on the Gobbler of Gobblers thing and you have a karmic converter and it didn't go into the Gobbler of Gobblers, I know. I have nothing to add to that. It is odd. It seems like it's supposed to go there, but it didn't. A lot of people have sent me that question. I don't know why it's like that. Convergences. Fixed issues that allowed wisps to be damaged by several of Decima's skills. Okay, that's kind of funny. So you turn into a wisp when you die. So that means she killed you, and then by God, she's going to kill you again. Decima's Seismic Crash and Earthrend skills no longer have instant kill messaging. Convergence version of Ura should now be considered a Titan spawn for the use of items and effects such as Sigil of Demon Slay. Flaming boulders on Mount Balrior should no longer damage wisps. Titans will now animate properly when going underground. Fractals. A new challenge mode for the Kinfall Fractal is now available. Lonely Tower fixed an issue that allowed 2 players to interact with Astral Purifiers simultaneously. Lonely Tower fixed an issue that prevented eligibility for the Fissure Walker achievement from being reapplied after a party wipe. Eligibility is now reapplied when a player enters the boss arena. Personal story. Fixed several issues related to markers inside an instance for Living World Season 3, Episode 1, Out of the Shadows. Decima's a sore winner too, apparently. Yeah, she's a sore... The open world version of Decima in Janthir's Century is a sore loser. Like, you beat her, and it says you won, and you loot the chest, and then she socks you one more time. It happened to me today. Profession skills. Below are additions and changes to the balanced preview notes we previously shared. The changes below supersede the preview notes. And there's a link here. If you did not see the preview notes, I'm so sorry, chat. Flashback. Come on, dark mode. There we go. These are the notes from last time. These are way too long to go over a second time. I'm not going to do that, but there's a lot of stuff in here. So if you want to just go to the class that you care about, and you can take a look at that. All right, general updated changes. Relic of the Blightbringer. Increase the cooldown from 8 seconds to 12. Reduce poison duration from 7 to 5. Reduce cripple and weakness duration from 4 to 3 in PvP only. Elementalist. Pyromancer's Puissance. This trait no longer removes might when triggering Flame Expulsion. Reduce the might stacks from 2 to 1 and increase might duration from 6 to 10 in World v World and in PvP. Reduced Flame Expulsion's max power coefficient from 2.0 to 1.5 in PvP. Transmute Frost. Reduce the base healing from 1k to 778 and the healing scaling from 0.8 to 0.6 in World v World and PvP. Elemental Shielding. Reduce the protection duration from 2.5 seconds to 2 seconds in PvP only. Engineer. Big old bomb. This skill has been moved into the bomb kit, replacing Glue Bomb. This skill now knocks down enemies instead of launching them, and combos blast finishers twice. Increase the radius from 300 to 360. Increase power coefficient from 2.4 to 3.0 in PvE only. Mesmer changes. Once again, these are on top of stuff that were in the old notes. Mesmer changes. Axes of Symmetry increase the player's confusion stacks from 3 to 5 in PvE only. Mirage Imaginary Axes increase the player torment duration from 4 to 6 in PvE only. Chaos Vortex increase boon radius from 360 excuse me, to 480. Increase the player condition duration from 8 seconds to 10 in PvE only. Taking a drink. All right. Necromancer. Soul Shards. Reduce the lifesteal damage from 600 to 450 and the lifesteal healing from 570 to 470 in PvP only. Hungering Maelstrom, reduce the lifesteal damage from 1700 to 1200 and reduce the first hit healing from 1700 to 1200 in PvP only. Ranger, regenerate Fern from the Fernhound. Okay, so there's multiple skills called regenerate. The Juvenile Fernhound, the F2 ability is when you have it howl and it does a heal around it. They're reducing the healing of that in PvP from 2600 to 1900. Soul Beast Griffin Stance, evasion bonuses now have an internal cooldown of 1 second. Bumble, Janthier Sentry B, reduce the knockdown duration from 3 to 2 in PvP. Okay, honestly, deserved. A 3-second knockdown in PvP feels like an eternity. So yeah, they're reducing that from 3 to 2. So this is when you would merge with the B, and then you would slam into somebody with it. Stinging Sorrow, which is the muda skill, reduce the power coefficient per hit from 0.3 to 0.2. Primal Cry, increase cooldown from 20 to 25 seconds. All three of these are aimed at people merging with the B and then messing people up with it. Rip. Untamed, Ravager's Abandon, fixed an issue that prevented this skill from hitting downed enemies. Is that the Axe Ambush? Hang on. I'm trying to remember. Can I see them here? I don't think I... hang on a sec. Unleash Power. Thundering Volley. No, that's Thundering Volley. What's Ravager's Abandon? Wait. Damn it, I just saw it. Rampant. Multi. Unleash. Where's Abandon? Wave of Corruption in front of you, doing spawning spores. Oh, that's the Spear Ambush. That's the land Spear Ambush. Okay. All right. Yeah. I've been playing Ranger for one day. Thief. Daredevil. Impaling Lotus. Projectiles from this skill can now only hit their original target in all game modes. Increased bleeding stacks from 1 to 2, and reduce the bleeding duration from 15 seconds to 8 seconds in PvE only. Lotus Training. Increase the effect duration from 4 to 6 seconds in PvE. Bounding Dodger. Increased effect duration from 4 to 6 seconds in PvE. Unhindered Combatant. This trait no longer inflicts exhaustion when removing Cripple. Reduce the exhaustion duration when removing Chill from 3 seconds to 2 seconds in World v World in PvP. Increase the effect duration from 4 seconds to 6 in PvE. Alright. Spectre, Well of Bounty, increased stability stacks from 1 to 2. And increased regen duration from 8 seconds to 12 in PvE only. Yo, that is only one sentence? That is very nice for supports. Like, going from 1 stack of stab to 2 is very noticeable. Because if you have 1 stack of stab, and you throw that out on the group, and then something unexpected happens and eats that stack, and then the thing that you did the stability for hits you and just knocks people away like bowling pins, that's very good. Warrior. Brave Stride. This trait no longer has an internal cooldown and grants adrenaline in addition to previous effects. This trait now grants Fury instead of stability in World v World and PvP. So 1 less source of stab in there. Might Makes Right. Increase the healing from 98 to 115 in World v World PvP. Excuse me. Stalwart Strength. Increase the damage from 10% to 12.5% in PvE only. Berserker changes. Wild Throw fixed an issue that caused the skill to prevent certain traits from being triggered by other skills. And Rupturing Smash increased the power coefficient from 1.5 to 2.75 in PvE. Gem Store changes. The free Vibrant Wings backpack and glider combo no longer requires an expansion purchase to claim. Now, I can't see that in the store anymore, but there was a video I did a little while back where I pointed out that there was a set of free rainbow wings in the store. So I'm guessing those are still there, and if you weren't able to claim them before, you might be able to now. Okay, so let's see. Hang on a sec. Thistle says, went into the game and answer my question. Muck update not in the notes. Since Big Ol' Bomb has moved to main skills, the replacement in the tool belt is Smoke Bomb. After 1 second, it pulses blindness and vuln. Yeah, I believe that was in the other notes that were mentioned. Oh, hang on a sec. Let me go here. So Control F, Smoke. Yeah, that's in the notes. Smoke Bomb. This skill is now instant. Move to the tool belt slot and is replaced by Magnet Bomb. And actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me amend my statement. They mentioned that Smoke Bomb is added to the tool belt. I guess they didn't give a good description of what it does. So you said it replaced Big Ol' Bomb on the belt, and it pulses blindness and vuln 3 times. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, so yeah, and a reminder that these notes are built on top of these, which we're not reading a second time today because of just the sheer amount of time that would take. But if you care about one class in particular, use the link, go there and see what they got. Okay, so going back to the game for a second here. Some other things that we have noticed. Black Lion chests, if you go in them, they have got Maguma stuff here. This is not a new weapon set, but it is here, which I think there was something else there before. The Stellar Dragon Wings Backpack and Glider combo has been shifted over to the left slightly, and they've added Valkyrie's Champion Helm skin. This, I believe, is brand new. It's got these, like, blue energy feathers on the wings on the helmet. Very Guardian-esque. Maybe a tad of Fighting Heresy. I think it looks pretty neat. I definitely think that there's some people that can make this work. So that is in the chest if you desire it. Additionally, on the store, there is some new stuff. I'm already laughing. All right, the Sunshine, let's see, swimming accessories. All right, so first off, this takes up your headgear with the goggles and the snorkel, and your chest gives you water wings. So you can see them below my shoulders right now, but it gives you water wings. Bald, yes, he's aqua dynamic. It's for cutting through the water. Also, there's the Sunshine Beach Pack, which comes with a flower behind your ear, little bracelets, shirt, swim trunks, and Asura-friendly sandals.
50 months of support, let's go 60, here we go.
Thank you, Bjorn. I will meet you at 60. And then we've also got the fresh swimsuit pack. And these kind of stack in different ways. So like if you could do like that and that. So now we got like the sandals, the trunks, the water wings, and the snorkel. Yes, I absolutely showing up to raid night like this. Problem, fellas? Boss is over there. Catch you, Myron. But yeah, lots of different swimsuit, different apparels that cover different parts of the body. So get you, this one I think is head and, sorry, I think this was chest and legs. And yeah, that one's chest and legs. And then this one is feet, legs, chest, gloves, not shoulders, and hat. And then this one is chest, hat. Next 3 X-Packs funded. There you go. All right. So that is the stuff that we've noticed. Blackline chest new stuff, store new stuff, and patch notes with all the new class changes. That is the things that we have noticed in the patch today. Did the Golden Gems price rise? I'm going to be honest. I never monitored that. I don't know. I can show you what it is right now, but that is not something I track. So that's it right now. I have no idea if that's up or down. There you go. There's some data. Do what you want. All right. That's it for this one. And if you have any questions, problems, thoughts, concerns, or notice anything that I missed, please put it in the comment section to spread the word. I'll pin it if it's really juicy, and I'll fight you down there.